Yo, what's going on the YouTube? This is SEL0320 representing JVS. I just wanted to, I guess, kind of pick you guys' brain and figuring out where the heck are all the All Eyes on Me reviews at. Last night I was able to actually go and see Edgar Wright's new film, Baby Driver, which was dope. It was a really good movie. I was really surprised by it. Definitely go and check out my review for it if you want to know my rating for it. But I forsake going to see All Eyes on Me because, Edgar Wright was actually there. Like, the man was actually there and everything. And I was kind of like, yo, this is amazing. And he was able to answer our questions. He's actually going to be at Awesome Con in Washington, D.C., which I'm going to be actually doing press for. And Saturday, we're going to be actually doing in-depth interviews and QAs. So I'm definitely going to be asking him some questions. And personally, I think that he would be a dope Flash director. But that's for another story. But the reason why I didn't look at All Eyes on Me is because I was there for that. So me and Alicia, we low-key really wanted to see All Eyes on Me. I had never seen Straight Outta Compton until, it was last week. Alicia was like, you got to watch this because it's a really good segue into everything, the progression of this story. Even though it wasn't directed by the same person. This, to say the least, Straight Outta Compton was a great movie. And I kind of had some hesitations for All Eyes on Me. You know what I'm saying? I think that the guy looked just like him. I love Kat Graham. I think she's going to be a dope Jada Pinkett. This is going to be really interesting to see what they do with it. Well, this morning, I was kind of thinking, I'm going to see Stuckman, Johns, Campia, any of the notable YouTube critics give their personal perspective on All Eyes on Me. Because normally, those guys, they're not all right, because it's a rapper biopic, I'm not going to say it. These guys don't care. They look at everything. So I was kind of dude, I'm asking you guys, where are the reviews from the big notable, YouTubers that are critics? Because, I could go up there and look at Rotten Tomatoes, and I know Rotten Tomatoes is probably bashing it right now. I have no idea what Rotten Tomatoes is saying. Metacritic, they are pretty good about stuff like that, but at the same time, I don't really know. I went on IGN, or not IGN, but IMDb, and it didn't even have a rating score up there. So I'm asking you guys, what happened? Was there some kind of embargo that didn't lift until today? Was it that, they didn't give any screenings for the press? Or is it something deeper than that? I'm just really curious. It doesn't really make a lot of sense because any other movie, even if it's a personally bad movie, they would at least kind of watch it. But let me know in the chat right now, or even in the comment section if you're looking at this later on, where are the reviews? What happened? I'm just really personally curious. And it's kind of I not that I regret seeing Baby Driver, but if I didn't know, nobody the next day would sit there and review the movie, that are the common critics, I would have looked at the movie ahead of time and just kind of waited for Baby Driver until the 28th, or just, kind of got my just due when I went to Awesome Con on Thursday, and at least talk to people and tell them what I think personally about All Eyes on Me, because now, Friday looking up, me and wifey, all we know is from word of mouth that the movie's not good. From word of mouth. We don't have any notable critics or anybody that, are in the YouTube game that, have anything. I think there's some good brothers out there, that have already watched. I think one of my cats had maybe 12,000 views. He gave his review on it. He gave it maybe a 2.5 rating. Another cat, it was maybe 1.4K. Shout out to those guys. He gave it an 8 out of 10. But I'm yo, you guys that are the heavy duty YouTube, review community, tell me what the movie's about. And I kind of I'm looking at myself and I'm dang, I didn't even go, And I was sitting there, I was assuming that there'll be some reviews out there. So now, the general public and the people and their perception, they can sit there and look at this as a negative reception. Okay, if the if the general critics that are on YouTube doesn't even review it, then it must be some garbage, unfortunately. And appreciate that, the dance party. Shout out to you, man. And hey, how you doing? Thanks for always being here. I do recognize that you showed up in the stream. We were doing stuff with the other guys, and then you showed up here always. So I appreciate you. The dance party. Shout out to you, bro. But I'm kind of like, dang, I got to do press for Awesome Con from today, Saturday, and Sunday. I don't even know if I even have time, low key, to watch All Eyes on Me. But it's like for the general, YouTube audience and just the people that are on their phones, kind of like, looking at what this movie could be. They want a little bit of opinion. They want a little bit of a flair or a heads up. And they don't have it, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, like, if any of the other notable YouTubers out there are watching this, please, you guys, like, if you already seen the film, go ahead and put out your review. If you already have, like, your own personal perspective, even if it's a short review, give people something to go off of, just so it can be. I simply plan to go watch it for the culture. I respect that, Vanessa. Shout out to you, too. Me and Alicia, we're music heads. We love music. In every part of the way, we love music. So I know we will like the film. Whether it'll be a great film, I think that from a critical side, I don't know. It hasn't proved that to me yet. I don't know. Just looking at the trailers and looking at what my general thoughts on it are. But I know that if they get the look, the vibe, and it doesn't come off really campish, if they kind of tell the story as is, they don't hold back, then the film itself has already been a success. If they hold back any nature and don't tell the story like it is, they hold back on the flair of the character, and for the good and the bad, then it could be some stuff that could go down that make it this like not a success. They should have gotten Gary Gray. The thing with Gary Gray, he had to do, if they would have waited, I think that he was doing the Fast and the Furious. So if they would have waited until after that, I think they would have been in a better state. Benny Boom is good though. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm kind of floored in not understanding where the heck the reviews are. I just don't get it. I don't understand. I don't know what happened. I feel like either one, it was the studio with the embargo and with the press screenings didn't just do press screenings, which only time the studios do that if they're worried about their product or they just have a really bad PR marketing game. Or just people went to the screens, they didn't do reviews, which I can't believe, because any YouTuber that, even if you have a bias or whatever, and you kind of like, man, this is going to be some trash, like, you want to be that first one to kind of talk about it so people will know, because even though people's egos get in the way of them wanting to get something out quicker, it still benefits the audience because they at least get something, what I'm trying to say? Which that can go one way or another, what I'm saying? Like when BVS came out, some of the first reviews it was bad. Same thing for Man of Steel, and people jumped on that bandwagon, what I'm saying? They didn't tell, like, why, what was the reasons why. But then, like, when, I don't know, like, what's a movie? It would be, like, The Matrix, what I'm saying? Like, back then, people were like, this is some weird crap, but this is epic, And so it can go either way, but I just encourage you guys that even though there's no reviews out there, go out there and check out the movie for yourself. Show some support to, not just the makers, but the artist in and of himself. RIP. It's been 20 years. The dude would be like 45 today, which is insane. But I mean, he changed the generation. And even with what they did with Straight Outta Compton, it's the same exact impact. But I don't know, just go see the movie for yourself, even though there are no reviews right now. And then for my YouTube community out there, go out there and put in some work, what I'm saying? I just can't do anything about it right now because I'm gonna be literally like tied up the rest of the weekend. But if possible, I'm gonna try to talk to wifey and see if we can go and look at it, and we'll try to get you guys like a review up. before Sunday, if it's all possible. That I think the thing is that if I do that, I'm gonna have to forsake something at Awesome Con, which that might happen anyway because I am work. I do have to work, so we'll see. We'll see, you guys. That's just all my thoughts. I know y'all guys love these daily vlogs. It's just been on my mind. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Leave a like below. Peace, guys.